So what does the winding staircase in Freemasonry, your brain, spine, and body, and King Solomon's temple all have in common? Well, for starters, your brain has three main sections, being the forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain, which includes the spinal cord that is concealed within the spine. This corresponds with the first three steps in the winding staircase. Inside the middle chamber, there was three main items that was listed inside the Bible, which is another correspondence to the first three steps in the winding stairs. Those items being the altar of incense that had 4 horns on each corner, as well as the burnt offering in the center, making a total of 5 points, as well as 12 pieces of showbread, as well as the 7-candle menorah or lampstand. There's 5 lumbar bones in the lower part of the spine corresponding with the altar of incense, 12 thoracic vertebrae to go with the showbread, and 7 vertebrae in the neck corresponding with the 7 lights of the menorah. 3 main functions, 5 sections, 7 leading to the brain. The winding staircase has an awful resemblance to a spinal cord. This leads to the Sanctum Sanctorum, or the Holy of Holies. The 3 steps has the plumb line, the level, and the square, which corresponds with the 3 body planes of an upright human body, being the sagittal plane, the coronal plane, and the transverse plane, which corresponds with the 3 sections of the brain, which the brain controls the 5 senses, being touch, taste, vision, hearing, and smell, which corresponds to the 5 steps or the 5 pillars, which are emblematic of the 5 senses, as well as the 5 sections of the spine. And then there's also 7 areas of the brain, being the occipital lobe, the temporal lobe, the parietal lobe, the cerebellum, the pituitary gland, the frontal lobe, and the thalamus, in correspondence with these 7 steps, corresponding with these 7 liberal arts and sciences, which is grammar, rhetoric, logic, arithmetic, geometry, music, and astronomy, as well as the 7 bones of the neck, and again the 7 lamps of the menorah, all of which alludes to the 2 sections of your brain, which corresponds with Jachin and Boaz, which, as you can see, the functions listed on both sides corresponds with these 7 liberal arts. The entered apprentice becomes aware of his mortal body. The fellow craft explores his mind, and the master mason knows that his soul is immortal. So what is a Freemason? A Freemason is someone who spiritually builds by exploring the philosophies of the body, the mind, and the spirit. Someone that knows that his body is a temple. Someone who knows that his mind can be sharpened through the pursuit of knowledge, and through the veils of allegory and symbolism knows that the soul is immortal, who on the pursuit of divine knowledge becomes enlightened through the power of the Almighty God, which for me personally is Jesus Christ, the Christos in the Spirit, which corresponds with the sacred secretion, which also corresponds with the winding stairs. Freemasonry isn't evil, nor is it a Christian organization. We're simply upright men, following a sinner and narrow path, seeking to better ourselves by knowing ourselves, spiritually building that temple not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. It's Mo to be.